Okay, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to The House Always Wins, where again we're looking at DraftKings. And today had another great day following a 14% day, up another 5% today. I was talking with some of you guys over the weekend. We were kind of we were watching the match between Tiger and Phil, expecting to see a Tuesday morning pop, which exceeded expectations. Today was kind of interesting that in the morning it dipped below. Down maybe as little as, or, as much as 1.5 or 2%, and then rallying along with the rest of the market kind of through the rest of the day, but obviously well exceeded normal indices like the S&P 500. The reason I'm starting you guys off with this screen here is we're still seeing the 1-day and 30-day put-to-call ratios at 0.2, which is very, very bullish for this stock, which actually really, really surprises me that it's still that low. I would think there'd be actually some more puts on it, just seeing how the prices run up so much. But this doesn't seem to be like one of these pop stocks like some of these drug stocks where they rocket up on good news and then, Moderna or Gilead on, potential vaccine, and then the analysts, they overhype the news and then it comes crashing down the next day. This has just been a steady climb, which is what you want to see. A couple little pops here and there, but shoots up and down, but really, really steady, steady climber. I'm not going to go into it so much in this video. And the other ones I've really talked about why this has such good long-term potential. My awareness and complete dive in was when I heard George Soros, where I put 85% of my money into this stock. And right now I have 800 and some change in shares, but and this is just my non-retirement stuff, but is when I heard George Soros was investing in the firm, and then, guys like Robert Kraft and Walt Disney and MLB and all this stuff. And, those are names that are going to be around this for the long term. They're not like people who are going to be in this stock for a quick play. And what this stock has done, I came in on IPO day, not heavy. I bought a little under 100 shares on IPO day because I just didn't know what the heck was going to happen. And I've averaged up until before the first day of first quarter earnings, since it went public. I sold all my other stocks to get in this one because I knew with the backing of those big names that even if EPS shares were down, if it got bad news, I feel like there would be there would be excuses for that. There would be reasons why people still saw it long term. So I had to get in before that, and then obviously revenue showed 30% growth year over year and stuff like that. Even though did lose more earnings, but we see so many reasons why the potential for this stock is huge with all the sports coming back, and then just the complete market share, and then the big one is obviously the DraftKings sportsbook, sports betting potentially becoming legalized in more states, and then DraftKings being the dominant mobile platform. That is why I'm invested in this stock, is because of the low overhead and mobile access and just how clean. I'm going to do one of those in my next video, is a complete tour through the DraftKings sites, but just how clean and professional they look, like their sites and their products, and how they're improving those every day, and in-game betting and all this stuff. But yeah, this is kind of the quick thing. And as you'll kind of see from the title of this one, is this is going to be my first stock that's ever doubled. I just checked at what I bought my first shares for. I bought them twice on IPO day, once at the beginning of the day and once at the end. But they were both in the $18 price range. They were $18.45 and $18.65 or something like that per share. I didn't have a huge amount of money, just about 100 shares. But tomorrow, whenever it happens, if the stock hits $36, $37, at some point it will this year. This will be my first stock that I've ever bought that has doubled, and it will do it in just over a month, which is kind of crazy. But I've always been an index investor. I think that's the safe play and the complete way to go, especially in indexes you don't know. Like I love like the XLK, which is just the technology index. I'm thinking about putting some money in XLV, which is healthcare, and XLY, which is consumer spending, because I look at the stocks in those portfolios and they're solid. Like XLK, I just put some money into it today rather than DraftKings, but I really like it's 40% of its portfolio is like Microsoft and Apple. And I'm a huge believer in those companies. I don't think they're going to make you rich, but like long term through the next decade ahead. And then the other 60% is like other really good companies in there too, like a lot of the pay stuff, like Salesforce, and then the credit card companies and stuff like that. But really good sector. I just trust it as an index, low cost. Those stocks are going to go up over time, no question about it. And I don't have to do a ton of research and dive into the weeds and know everything about Microsoft and Apple. I know 5G's coming and Apple's going to make 5G phones. It's not like they're going to be around AirPod Pros or whatever they're doing. It's going to get better. I don't have to think about it. Just set in and forget about it. But DraftKings is the one I'm really diving in and doing all the research because it's kind of something I really understand and am curious about. Like healthcare, I don't know anything about Johnson & Johnson and vaccines and drugs, and I don't have any interest in researching those. But I do have interest in like DraftKings for some reason and just sports betting and mobile platforms. And I'm big on stocks that have data collection. Like that's why I believe in so much in Tesla is like the more cars they put on the road with full self-driving and data and over-the-air software updates and like smart products that give the company and the best engineers in the world data. And DraftKings is the same way. All the data of their users, they really know their monthly users, like their average revenue per monthly user. I really believe in these companies that have data. Like there was a company that just went IPO. It was called Casper Mattresses, and I'm not hating on anyone who bought it, but that's nothing to get excited for, in my opinion. That's a mattress company. So there's no data in it. There could be very little, but not like a product like DraftKings and Tesla and some of these other ones I'm talking about, some of these tech stocks. But that was kind of the big thing for today. I actually had another article, but this is getting a little long-winded. I'll read this one tomorrow. Will DraftKings break the Robinhood curse? Which is kind of, have you ever heard of the Madden curse? Where you get the cover of NFL's, EA Sports Madden. Whoever gets like that cover of the game that year seems to. I actually kind of like the topic of this article. I'll read it tomorrow though. But it's whoever gets the cover is kind of cursed for that year. And these are just showing the 100 most popular stocks on Robinhood, and with DraftKings going to be on there, obviously. And they show all these other stocks that didn't do well, even though they're most popular, kind of doing bad and having, quote, a Madden curse or a Robinhood curse, and why DraftKings could break it. But I'm going to read into that one tomorrow. I just wanted to get you guys out here this is the first stock I'll have that I've never been a big single stock guy, but especially now, though, with like the S&P 500 with coronavirus, though, I just couldn't be in that index anymore just because so many things just were instantly tanking that I had to get out of it, like financials and oil and energy and industrials. Like I just didn't want to be dragged down by those laggards, and I wanted to pick a specific sector, which I thought was going to do better, which XLK and technology has. Companies like Tesla rebounded stronger than the S&P 500 and obviously DraftKings. So this is the first time, like I was saying, I've ever had a stock double. I want to hear what you guys, have you guys ever had a stock double? What are you guys' thoughts on some other stocks? I know I got so many videos I want to do. Freedom of Speech, if you're listening, he's been one of my first subscribers. I know he wants some more on some of the stuff like Spotify and Penn National Gaming and ERI and some of those other ones. So I promise those videos are coming. But this was just kind of what I was thinking tonight, is having a stock double. So that's what I just kind of wanted to leave you guys here with. Hope you guys have been in the stock on this run up. These are just my opinions on it, but hope all your guys' profiles and stock portfolios have made some gains. See ya.